Yeah, well, I'm Polly Harvey, PJ Harvey, here to talk to you about my new record.
Which is finally out.
Yeah, it's released October 23rd, I believe.
So you had another 2 weeks to go, actually.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, a little bit.
You worked a long time on it, right?
No more than usual. You know, I think I've naturally seemed to gather songs over a period of about a year and a half before I'm ready to make a new record. And actually recording this record, we were only in the studio for 6 weeks, so it was quite quickly done, really.
You've been writing music, I guess, for a longer period, right?
Yeah, I've been writing music, I've since I was 18, so that's...
Yeah, for this record, I mean.
Oh, for this record, I was confused. For this record, yeah, I mean, I was even writing songs while I was still recording Is This Desire towards this record. So, you know, they stem back from a long way.
So how does this work? I mean, you already wrote those songs, but you couldn't put them on Is This Desire?
Yeah, although sometimes it just doesn't feel like the right time for them. You know, a lot of the songs were very new at that time and didn't belong with Is This Desire as a body of work. They'd kind of moved on from there already. So it's kind of like, you know, I gather songs together that seem like they're right for each other, really. And I do write a lot. I mean, I write all the time. I write every day. Not just songwriting, but prose and poetry writing as well. You know, it all fills the same place, really. So, you know, there are a lot of songs even now that I didn't record for this new album.
So you already have new music for a lot of albums to come, I guess, right? Well,
yes, I certainly have a lot of other songs lurking around, but who knows, I might not use them. I might... you know, a song I think is good if it stays with me. Some songs don't stay with me, and that usually means that they're not strong enough anyway, and I might not use them for anything.
Thom Yorke is on your album, obviously. How did you get that? Did he call you or you call him?
No, I approached Tom. We'd met a while beforehand, and I've long time been a big admirer of his voice. A very unusual, very beautiful voice that he has, and the idea of writing a song for somebody else to sing, but to have that within my own album, has appealed to me for a long time, and I just never got around to doing it.
Isn't it difficult to write a song for somebody else?
It is difficult, but it's a very interesting thing to do, and it's a very healthy thing to do as a songwriter, I think. And I'd like to do more of that. It's very interesting. So anyway, I wrote the song with him in mind and his voice in mind, and just sent it to him along with the two other songs that he sings backing vocals on, which is One Line and Beautiful Feeling. And he got in touch almost straight away and said he'd love to do it. So
that must have been pretty scary. I mean, he could have called you and go like, well, what do you, not in your mind or not in your life.
Yeah, no, obviously it's a bit of a gamble, and there's been times in the past where people have sent me songs that they would like me to sing, and I might have to say no if I would do, yeah, if it didn't feel right. You know, I'll only sing a song for someone if I feel that there's a way in it for me vocally, if I feel that I can attach myself to it emotionally somehow. You know, for instance, when I sang the song for Tricky on his album, the words moved me and meant something to me, but I was still ringing him up and saying, you know, before we went in the studio to do it, just asking him more about the background of how he wanted it sang. So yeah, it was a gamble, and I was delighted that Tom felt that he could do it.
Are there other people you would like to work with?
There are. I mean, I'd love to.
You don't dare to mention them? Or?
No, I mean, it's probably. I mean, it feels almost like I'm not worthy to mention it, but I would love to write a song for Marianne Faithfull one day. She's probably my favourite female artist.
Why is that?
I just think she's, you know, throughout her career, she's always tried to do new things. She's tried so many completely different ways of singing and of expression, and seems to challenge herself like that. And not only that, but to see I mean, her voice is incredible, very moving, I think. And to see her perform, which I've been lucky enough to do a couple of times, is just astonishing. I mean, she has so much grace and serenity and strength, and holds an audience in the palm of her hand without even trying. You know, she's just incredible presence.
You ever met her?
I haven't, no.
Would you like to?
Yes, I would, although I would probably be very nervous. Yeah.
Because, I mean, it can be, of course, a letdown if you meet somebody which turns out to be totally different than you expect.
Yes, I suppose. It would be.
Hey, I want to talk more about your album. First of all, I got this front cover, but it's a promo copy, of course. I saw on the web that you have a different cover for the album?
Yeah, the actual cover of the album is a picture of me walking in the city.
New York?
Yes, in New York, yeah.
Why New York?
Well, for practical reasons, I was there at the time when we needed to do the photo shoot.
You don't live there now or something?
I don't live there at the moment. I was there I was producing a record for a girl that lives there in New York, and we had to do a photo shoot for the cover. So that is really how it happened, you know. But also, you know, it seemed appropriate. I'd lived in New York in 1999 for about 8 months, and some of the songs that are on the record were written there, so it did feel like it would be a good place to do it.
The title of your album is Stories from the City, Stories from the Sea. Are they stories from New York, actually?
A mixture of different cities, to be honest. There's some... I move around a lot. I live in different places and quite enjoy that movement in my life. I'm just quite a restless spirit, I guess. I mean, I like very much to keep seeing things as if for the first time, to keep seeing things anew, and to place yourself in surroundings that aren't familiar means that you do look at things differently. You know, I know that if I've been away from Dorset, where I grew up, for a long, long time, everything seems so beautiful to me because I haven't been there. In the same way, when you go to different places, there is an enormous amount of beauty to be found in even the most mundane things. So that is a reason why I move around a lot. But yes, some songs were written in Bristol. Sometimes I was staying in London. You know, sometimes in different parts of Europe. Some of the songs on the album were written when I was traveling and camping on the west coast of America, which I did for 3 months. Wow. And just kind of setting up tent every night, which was wonderful. Yeah.
By yourself?
No, I was traveling with a friend of mine. Mm-hmm.
That must be, well, it can be pretty scary, I guess, right? Because you have some wildlife there.
Yeah, bears. Bears were scary, especially at night when you have to go to the toilet and it's kind of 3 a.m. and you only got a flashlight. Yeah.
But why did you do that? I mean, was it a holiday or did you do it on purpose?
Just for the experience, really, and the emotional experience. And it's all, you know, it's all part of human growth to place yourself in situations that are going to challenge you in some way, I think.
So what it taught you, respect for nature? Or?
Many things, yeah, respect for nature. It taught me to really look at things a lot closer. Yeah, I mean, to be honestly, to be frightened that bears, then they can attack, and there would be signs up saying beware of bears, and you had to, at night when we'd cooked food, you would have to take off the clothes that you had cooked the food in and wrap them up and put them inside your vehicle, because bears would smell the food and they would come into your tent. And, you know, people get killed by bears. So, yeah, there was that. There was an essence of that, of respect for nature, of feeling very much a much more hand-to-mouth feel. I mean, obviously, we had money to buy groceries at the shops and stuff, but to, you know, build your fire to cook the food on and things like that I hadn't done before. So there was that, and obviously coming across a lot of places that I never would have stumbled into before had we not just been kind of rambling around the countryside like that, meeting people that I never would have come across, and seeing some of the quite breathtaking landscape that is there.